Less than a year after taking effect, the state's sexual extortion law is proving successful after being adopted following the death of a Michigan teenager who died by suicide. Now, a new bipartisan bill plans to expand on that legislation.
TV5's Zane Omer spoke with the Genesee County Sheriff's Office about the impact of the law. Zane?
Chet and Meg, Jordan DeMay's law went into effect earlier this year, named after a 17-year-old in Marquette who died by suicide after getting caught up in a sextortion scheme. The law establishes clear and specific criminal penalties for those convicted of sextortion. Now lawmakers are looking to add on to it to prevent future cases from happening. The Genesee Human Oppression Strike Team has seen the impacts of sexual extortion, also known as sextortion, firsthand.
We've seen it anywhere from it impacting a family and an individual going to therapy to work through this, all the way up to an individual taking their own life.
Perpetrators use intimate texts to blackmail the victim into sending money or more pictures and videos.
Will gain their trust, make them believe that the individual they're talking to is a friend. They let their guard down, and then they start using that as a threat. If you don't send me more of these, I'm going to out you to your family, your friends, your teachers.
Deputy Mackenzie Rose says anyone can be at risk of becoming a victim, but kids ages 11 through high school can be a particularly vulnerable target.
They're not going to be talking to their normal family, their friends. Their personality is going to change. They're going to become, drawn in.
A new bipartisan bill introduced in the Michigan House would require schools to teach students in grades 6 to 12 about sextortion. School boards would also have to hold a yearly meeting to distribute free educational materials about the crime.
That is huge. That bill, if it passes, I think will help, law enforcement as well as families and children know what sextortion is, because a lot of individuals don't know what sextortion is. Especially parents think that their kids know everything. You think that your kid is a rock star, they know everything. But if you don't tell them, they don't know.
And while it can be difficult to talk about,
it's going to be an awkward conversation, but it's an awkward conversation that needs to happen. Even before they get their first cell phone, kids are getting cell phones earlier and earlier, it seems like. So if you prepare them of the dangers before they get their phone, so that way they know when they get it and what they shouldn't be doing.
While talking about it with your child is a big step in preventing sextortion, Rose says it's also important for parents to be involved, know who their child is talking to on the phone, and have access to their passwords and passcodes.
Thank you, Zane. The bill was introduced and first read this past Thursday. It has been referred to the Committee on Government Operations.